Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Essential Style. So I've been on YouTube for almost a year now, probably coming up on a year. I made a couple of videos back in 2017, then I didn't touch it for about 3 years. March 2020, about a year ago from today, is when I first posted my 4th video, and then I've been posting pretty consistently for the last year. And I just wanted to kind of go over some of my equipment that I use. It's extremely basic, and basically it just comes down to, for the last year, I recently just upgraded my MacBook, as you guys could see, and I got some new cameras as well. But for the last year, I was using an iPhone XS and a 2013 MacBook Air. And this thing, it's coming up on 8 years old. It got the job done for me for a year. So I really think that if you want to start making videos, this is all the equipment you need. It's most likely the phone you've got in your pocket and the computer. And this computer on Amazon, I think you can find it for a little under $500. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into it today. Let's go. All right, so here it is. 2013 MacBook Pro, 4 gigabytes of RAM. Storage is not much. So this machine does come with limitations. Trust me, I've learned that the hard way. But like I said, I bought this machine, 2013. Workhorse of machine, absolutely awesome. The only reason why I upgraded is because I wanted to start editing in Final Cut Pro, and I just wanted a machine that was just a little bit faster. So this machine does run iMovie. All right, here we go. Here's iMovie, and we're going to take a lightning cable, which if most of you have an iPhone, then you probably already have that. If you have an Android phone and a Windows machine, same basic principle. It doesn't take a lot. You don't need amazing equipment to start making YouTube videos. We're going to go ahead and show you guys how it reacts to a basic video and then how it stutters and falls on its face in 4K. Right, the phone is connected. We are going to import media. It'll take a little while. All right, so we'll just go ahead and import the MacBook one where I was going over my first MacBook Pro. So let's say we'll select import, and it's going right there. If you guys can see, 3/4 of the way done, that little circle right there, and we're good. So this is a 2-minute video. Import complete. We're not going to eject yet. All right, we put it down there. Oh, it is stuttering. I'll give it that. Do that twice. All right, so now we got it in the timeline. Let's see how it plays back. Gentlemen, welcome to Essential Style. So to make these YouTube videos, I have been using this computer, which is a 2013 MacBook Air, and it has 4 gigabytes of RAM. The old i3, I think. I'm checking right now. Now if we delete that. 1.3. Gentlemen, welcome to Essential Style. There we go. So to make these YouTube videos, I have been using. So let's keep going here. Has 4 gigabytes of RAM. Start from the beginning. Welcome to Essential Style. So to make these YouTube videos, I have been using this computer, which is a 2013 MacBook Air. Alright, so you guys get the idea. Basic video editing, cutting clips, trimming, just to get your message out there. Not really that big of a deal. You start putting titles in there, like this title. Put just this title in there. You could see it doesn't know what to do right now. It's like, wait, what do you want me to do? And try to expand this one. Now if we try to replay it. If I start to add extra effects here and there, see if it stutters. It really starts to stutter a lot, like crazy. So there's a stutter. But like I said, it's been almost like a robot. Years, so it's about time to pick something else up. So you could see if you start to do a lot with this, if you start to do a lot with a machine this old, it is going to give you stuttering. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows all the time. However, I just used this machine because I had it, and I was able just to start YouTube practically for free. I didn't have to worry about, sure, I always wanted a newer machine, and finally I saved up the money and budgeted for it and bought one, and it's been amazing. But this got the job done for a year, and I recently got a new phone as well, but I had the iPhone XS. We'll talk about that next. So this is the stuttering right here. So that's a basic, we don't care. We really don't care. So that's a basic definition. I believe that's 1080p. I'm not even sure how to check it, you guys, tell you the truth. But now what we're going to do, let's go ahead and try to import some 4K footage. This thing falls flat on its face with 4K footage. I'm not a big 4K guy. It doesn't make that much of a difference. A lot of people like to film in 4K, and I just want to show you guys my experience. This machine basically is unusable if you want to shoot in 4K. Go ahead and find my 4K video. Okay, this is good. 18 minutes. Let's see how long this takes to import. We're looking at that pie right there. We could actually see over here it says it's importing. It says it's going to take 5, 6, 7 minutes. Jeez. All right, there we go. Import complete. So that took a good 7 to 10 minutes. I wasn't really exactly timing it perfectly. But let's go ahead and see. So now we can just eject the iPhone, take it out. Otherwise the computer is probably not going to like it. Let's try to drag it down here. All right, let's widen it a bit. And let's see if we can play it back. Oh, you got the spinning beach ball. Very, very, very choppy. What's going on, gentlemen? Welcome to Essential Style. Unusable. This video, we're going to discuss totally unusable in 4K. If you're going to edit in 4K and you want to do it on a budget, then you may as well just open up iMovie. And I actually edited that video. Look at how much better. What's going on, gentlemen? Welcome to Essential Style. This video, no stuttering at all. Some of my tips and tricks and just some of the few things that I've... Versus. So you hit play, you can't even play. Spinning beach ball. Nope. So 4K, again, I'm not trying to knock this machine at all. I'm just trying to show you guys this is not a machine for professionals. This is a very basic machine for very basic tasks. However, I do think if you own a machine, if you own this particular machine or a machine of this caliber, then you should have no problems creating very simple videos, and that'll get you started on YouTube. Most people probably have a 2 or 3 year old phone at the oldest if they want to start making videos. So the new iPhone, the new Samsungs, I'm sure you can get video editing apps on all of them. Especially we have apps like TikTok now, which everything is just done on the phone. You can shoot with the phone. Everything is done on this little black rectangle right here. Well, this is actually a blue rectangle. That's just something, again, well, not this particular phone, but the iPhone XS, this one and this machine got me through a year of YouTube, and I was uploading, I think I uploaded on average once a week. I missed a couple, then sometimes I uploaded more. It'll get you through. It's enough to get you started. Also want to show you guys, let's do an Amazon search. MacBook Air. Let's see. Well, this one's actually pretty good. The new M1s are really good. But I want to find this machine in particular. Here we go. So this is as close to as I can find on my machine. I do have a 256 gigabyte option though, but the 128 is going to be, you see, just under $500 right there. It comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM. If you do get this machine, you're probably going to fill up storage real fast. But like I said, there we go. So $500 for that. Let's go look at the iPhones. Again, I like to use Apple products. I have an iPhone. I'm not saying you have to use Apple products. You could easily do this with Windows and Android. This is just what I'm familiar with. And when I was comparing what phones to buy, what equipment to buy, this is where I went to. Let's go ahead and we'll click compare. Let's go ahead and select the iPhone SE. And let's select the iPhone, where is it? iPhone XS. Okay. So these two right here, this is where I want to highlight, because this one I got 2 years ago, but this one I recently just bought my mother for Christmas. And this one you can buy for, I believe it's $400. We're going to look at the price a little bit later. But I do want to, front camera, here we go, front camera. All right. So take a look here and take a look there. 7 megapixels. Okay, so the iPhone XS and the iPhone SE, XS is this one. And the SE is on the left. Okay, it's FaceTime HD camera, true depth camera. That's probably just because this one uses Face ID. Well, actually, they both use Face ID. Retina flash, smart HDR, auto HDR, portrait mode, yada, yada, yada. Cinematic stabilization, 1080p. I would say this is also pretty important. So these cameras are exactly the same in the iPhone XS and the iPhone SE. 7 megapixel shooter up front. And this is the one I've got, 12 megapixels. Makes videos look even crisper. But we're not talking about that. So now we found this MacBook Air for under $500. You guys remember that? Let's go ahead and, not the iPad. The iPad's a waste. We're not going to look at the iPad. Let's go ahead and let's see how much is this going to be if we buy it. Boy, this machine's not used to a slow machine. All right, let's just select black. Let's just select 64 gigabytes, whatever. No, I don't. One-time payment. And there it is right there. One-time payment of $400. 400 bucks. Let's go back to Amazon and let's look at the MacBook Air. $400 versus $400. For under $1,000 you guys could have a pretty decent setup where you can actually start making YouTube videos. It's not going to be for professionals. It doesn't come without compromises, but you don't have to go out and spend $1,000 on a video camera and $2,000 or $3,000 on a MacBook or on a laptop or a desktop before even making your first video. Matter of fact, my first video was made with this webcam, and this webcam is totally atrocious. Horrible, horrible, horrible footage. But again, the equipment doesn't tell the whole story. As long as it's not holding you back, absolutely, save your money. Shop smart. What I really recommend doing, I would definitely recommend doing, is if you guys have the budget for it, this machine right here, this is the new Apple MacBook Air with M1 chip, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes storage. This machine I think is a killer deal for $1,000. If you guys are on a crazy tight budget, definitely go for this one, the $500 super old 2013 MacBook Air, and then leave some of that saved up just so you can get yourself a decent phone or a decent camera. If you're really on a budget, I would say just use your phone, just because it's going to be a hell of a lot easier, and you're just going to be able to just get like such a great camera out of the phone. Just less to manage starting off. $479 plus $400, $879. Little figure about $1,000 with tax. But if you could step it up a little bit, I would definitely consider this machine right here on Amazon, especially since it has 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes storage. This machine I think is a killer value. The crazy thing is most people have a phone with a pretty decent front camera, so you probably already spent the money on the phone anyway, and you probably already have a laptop. I would say a majority of people can start making videos without spending any money, and they could basically just save their money, and you don't know, you may start to make some YouTube videos and you may just put it down. Like back in 2017 I made 3 videos and then I just didn't touch it for, I don't know, 3 years. Yeah, it was about 3 years, and it was always in the back of my mind, but I just got busy doing other stuff and I just said, whatever. And I'm glad I didn't spend any more money on it. And at the time, like I said, I had this and I had an iPhone 6. So there you go, guys. That's really all you need to get started. Don't go out and waste a ton of money if you're not even really sure about if you like making videos. You may make a few videos and you may just say this is fun, but maybe you've got other things you like to do in your spare time. You know, if you like to work on other projects, maybe you don't really care to be on YouTube. Maybe you're on TikTok. I mean, all you need is a phone. So shop smart. Doesn't really take a lot to become a creator. I would say give it at least 6 months to a year before you start to invest significant money and significant amount of your resources into your equipment, because equipment can make your life a lot easier, but it's not all about the equipment. It's about the story, it's about the content, and it's about your personality when you're putting yourself out there for the YouTube verse of the world to see and the world to interact with. So thanks so much for checking out this video. I hope you learned something, and I hope I helped you guys see that if you want to start creating videos on YouTube or any other platform, majority of the time, for a majority of people, you probably already have all the equipment you need to get started. Once you get more serious about it, you can invest more money into more of your equipment and tools. I wouldn't recommend going and just spending thousands of dollars on laptops, phones, cameras, and microphones, lights, and everything like that. Just get started, just use what you have, see if you like it. And the barrier of entry for YouTube is not very high, it's very low. Like I said, for the last year I've been using the most basic equipment ever. So hope it inspired you, hope I helped. Start creating videos if you want, make a difference, put yourself out there. It's a lot of fun. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great week. Talk to you soon.